Hi there, Ron here of VariablePlay, and welcome to another open game night with a super special guest,
Woohoo!
Miss Ella from
Hello.
Ella Loves Board Games.
Hello!
Kamusta?
Ella!
Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
hello.
di ba
Thank you
marunong
po.
siya mag-Tagalog?
Thank you.
Oo
Thank you.
naman.
Hi,
Siyempre,
everyone.
kababayan. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Open Game Night. I have to do my job. And hello. Hi,
So,
Ella.
so
Thank you for
Denmark
Hello,
coming.
is
hello.
while Denmark is spamming
I have to spam
the
the
internet.
groups.
Oh, yes.
Oh, just
And
in
there's
time,
Abby.
Abby.
Oh, hey!
Hi. Hey,
Hello.
hi.
Abby,
Hi.
Abby, Miss
Hello,
Ella, Miss
hello.
Ella, Abby.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. So while Denmark is spamming the
I'll be
interwebs,
back soon. Like,
No worries, no
um,
worries.
few minutes.
so I
2
guess
minutes. So,
let's go with some basics. Miss Ella, what have you been playing recently? And
Oh,
board games
recently.
wise.
Yesterday, Micro Macro. I played that.
Oh.
I
woo!
Woo!
I was telling them I played through it kasi when I was young, mahilig ako mag-Where's Waldo. So medyo madali para
Yes.
sa akin.
Yeah.
Yeah, ang micro macro parang CCO naman to. So I went from the easy. I think I did 4 scenarios. Tapos I skipped the middle. Tapos I did the hardest. So I did that. I've been playing Destinies by Lucky Duck Games.
Ooh.
So yung parang RPG narrative game nila na bago. What
The
else?
one
I
with the
actually
QR
play a lot.
codes, right? Is it the one with the QR codes?
Yes, that's
Destinies.
it. That's it.
Hey,
Hello,
Morgan.
hi
Hey
Morgan.
Morgan.
Hello,
Morgan is
hello.
the
Hey, Clint.
Clint,
What else have I
also
been playing?
fellow volunteers of Variable Play. Clint is
Hello.
from the solo board gamers of the Philippines.
He
So
Ah,
started
they're
there.
a
cool.
yeah, so
So only
he
solo games.
Yeah, they do it
so
together.
they play alone together.
Yeah. They play alone
Ah.
together.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so it's they basically are a group that loves solo games, and actually ang dami ko na discover sa kanila na like, oh, there's more to just like the traditional solo play that I'm seeing, or
What do you
so
mean?
marami palang so they would have like different categories. There's puzzle types, there's automa types, there's different
Mm.
complexities, score driven. There's some narratives involved. So,
That's my
yun yung
fault
mga.
because they're saying that early though. That's my fault because I live in Australia, so I couldn't do later because that would be very
No,
late.
that's okay. We'll move the world
Sorry.
just so we can
Hi.
have you live.
Hi, Danilyn. Okay. Siyempre, dinidignan ko yung Instagram
Yeah.
ko anong nilaro ko. Hindi ko maalala.
Oh,
So,
an important question from the solo gaming community. Do you play solo games?
I do actually. So,
Yes.
usually, if I'm trying to learn a game, I play solo first. So, tinatry ko yung solo game or I play like two-handed. So,
Right.
like parang yung Gloomhaven
Arkham.
Trials of Valerian, I played myself, like alone. Arkham, ganun. Apat,
Yeah,
4
Arkham
player.
LCG.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Ako nga pala, 2 player lang pala yun. Ako. Yeah, so I do play a lot of solo games. I did play yung A Gentle Rain, which was solo, so that was good, actually. So, yeah.
That's the game with the lily pads, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
I saw your video of it just yesterday. It's a interesting game.
It
Yeah.
is.
Ron likes
It's
it.
very chill. Also, I thought that it would because it was very relaxing. Na parang, this is I should just I shouldn't care about the scoring or anything. But actually, I cared. Like after a while, like I want to get all of those 8 things out. But ano, it's very hard kasi may randomness din siya. So mahirap na. Although you can strategize a bit. Kasi after a while, parang ano yung mga patterns, so na, okay, lumabas na to, dapat hindi ko siya lagay dyan and stuff like that. But, yeah, I liked it. Medyo mahal, pero
Oh,
medyo
really?
mahal siya for a small, I heard it's, forgot what the SRP is, but yeah, for a small box game, it's pretty expensive.
Kio's
Natapos
asking.
niyo po ba yung Dragon Holt? Hindi, mahaba siya. So, hindi.
Oh,
But,
the VR D&D thing.
yeah, no, it's not. Oh no, that's Demeo. So the
Oh,
Dragon
Demeo.
Vault is so Demeo. I haven't beaten yet because mahirap yung third. If you're playing solo, mahirap yung third level. But yung Dragonholt, syempre patalon-talon ako. Yung Dragonholt, I haven't finished yet because it's very long and I get sent new games, so I have to play the new games before I go the old games. So, first world issues ang drama ko. So,
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're enjoying and we yun nga sabi ko nga when you entered the stream kanina. Si Morgan yung kinonta ko agad. Bro, mag-order ka ba online? Kasi I wanna add a gentle rain.
yung mga enablers.
share.
Yung mga enablers mo. Pare, meron ka pang game na to. Alam, meron ba sa kukuha to? It's
Look,
like,
kasi yun, pagka
tulong-tulong
medyo
na lang,
obscure
tulong na
ng
lang.
konti yung game, it takes a while nga. That's our challenge in the Philippines. It's for if the game is a little bit too obscure, like
Yeah.
for example, katulad nun, a Gentle Rain, medyo low chance na kuhanin kasi solo, tapos ito very
Right.
abstract. But
Yeah.
eventually, since meron nang nagpapasok and you get to share it with other people, magugustuhan din nila, then eventually the local retailers, mukhang maganda yun, and they'll pick it up and then you'll eventually see it. Like Kuding ka,
That's why
ilang years.
we watch Ella Loves Board Games, so we find out new games, different games na
Actually,
hindi
that
pa
brings up an
umaabot dito
interesting
sa atin.
question. Like from a video game perspective, I know that getting video games in Australia is a lot more difficult because of the rating system. How
It
is it
is.
with access to board games?
It's pretty easy. We have a very big distributor, so VR Distribution, who I work for. And then there are other competitors who are as big. It's actually pretty easy. And since all of the board games come from China, we get it actually really pretty fast. So, siguro kasi because it's so bago pa lang yung board games, there isn't any rating per se. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, there are standards, but it's not as hard as video
Like
games.
micro
Yeah.
macro. Like you were saying earlier, in micro macro, 8 years old, that game's
No,
Well, the theme na lang, di
kids.
ba? Of
yeah,
of,
suicide and homicide.
right,
No, because we were
right.
talking earlier. Is it Javi or Javi?
Javi.
Javi. So Javi, we were talking earlier because the micro macro is rated as 8 and above. Pero if you play through the game, may mga hi Tatin. Syempre nag-hi ako.
Yeah,
What was
okay.
I saying?
Go
Oh,
ahead,
okay.
yeah.
So there was like a topless na babae or somebody was like flashing a woman, So may sexual predator flashing. So I'm like, how is this for
Damn.
8 years old? So I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I think that they're talking more about the complexity of the game rather than the theme.
Yeah. Pero I think that's the problem with
Complex
board
for
games.
her.
I know, but no, I mean in terms of 8 and above. I mean if it's just like I have here I Spy or the whole Magic Eye stuff that you're just supposed to look for hidden objects around like scenes, and yeah, I guess it takes like a particular level of understanding, but yeah, we played the free demo of Micro Macro, and it's immediately a crime. So I don't
Yeah.
know if it's really for children.
Yeah, the demo had that kid that
Go on online.
Parang-
When you
Yeah.
go to their
Yeah.
page.
but it was pretty exciting, and I think the concept of like revisiting that Where's Waldo experience back when you were a kid, I think that also brings a lot of nostalgia. That's why people are very
Yeah.
interested. I
Alright.
was mentioning to them there was like a similar game where it's mazes naman, but you unfold the maze to sort of change directions.
See, look at
Oh.
Ella's face. She still doesn't
What's
know
that
what game
game?
you're talking about.
It was previewed by Shut Up and Sit Down from the
What game is this?
Maze Gate.
Dexcape?
So the before
I don't know
they
that.
had the Dex Gate and then they have the Maze Gate.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, that's Jake.
That's
Jake
okay.
is the one who...
Ang daming
here-
fans, ha?
Yes, the people were waiting for you because sabi siya madami kang fans dito.
Oo, sub dapat lahat ng Pinoy sa akin.
Oh!
Sure, hi.
Yes.
Oh, guys, alam nyo na.
Guys, ha?
Oh,
Alam
Guys,
nyo na.
already
bibilangin
did.
namin. Ilan to? 17
Check.
plus 17.
Tsaka,
Yeah.
17 at saka yung mga manonood mamaya pag humabol, ha? Mag-subscribe kayo. Support,
Yeah.
support our own.
Support tayo.
Support tayo
Alright.
dito. Alright. So, wag na natin patagalin kasi syempre, late to kay Miss Ella by 2 hours advance siya sa atin, no? Kasi nandun agad yung araw sana. Anyway, sure ko na say. I wanna, yung gusto ko lang share sa inyo, no? Paano ko una na-meet si Ella. Hindi ko siya kinwento kanina behind the scenes. Pero, first time I met Ella was in November 2018. I have this Instagram page, it's called Meeple Adventure. Tapos nag-like siya. Tapos sabi, wow, Filipino ka din. Tapos nag-like. So, sinearch ko kung sino tong nag-like sa akin, di ba? And then I saw her in MVM, Man vs. Meeple. I'm like, oh my gosh, nag-like siya sa page ko. So starstruck ako. Yun talaga yung nangyari. What really happened with me, di ba? So, whoa, someone noticed me. So, I kept that in mind. So, oh, she's Filipina. That's good. Meron tayong mga ganyan na kasama, no, na nagde-develop. And then I saw her in MVM and I was like, hey, there's a chance for local people, no, in the Philippines to actually be part of the limelight, the spotlight of the board gaming community. Because if she can do it, any of us
Absolutely.
can. No?
You be
So
part
I
of the
asked-
Dice Tower.
Yeah. So I asked her, how do you do it? How do you get into it? And you know what her answer was? Work. Work hard on your content. I still have it here. It's in my Instagram. And I'm like, okay, so now we're working. Hopefully, we're working. And we got you here, so maybe we're doing something right. So thank you for that.
Well, if
for
we
that
did something
inspiration.
right, that would be an improvement.
So that's the reason why we invited Ella here, because we know that especially in the pandemic, people are trying to do different hobbies, start and try new things, and content creation or building your brand is also one of the things that people are doing. And like what I shared, see, Ella was in MVM, now in Dice Tower, diba? Where else can you go? That's the top already if we're gonna be talking about vlogs and whatnot, no? So we're gonna ask, and we hopefully can learn a lot from. We know we're gonna learn a lot from Ella about tabletop content creation, no, or building up your brand. That's I think somehow they both go together, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
okay ba sa iyo, Miss Ella? Share
Oo
your
naman, okay.
secrets, your mga tips.
My secrets.
Para kami
Great
din,
secrets.
umabot din
Wait.
kami doon. No?
We'll take note. Okay,
Well,
I
please.
We'll take notes. They're all here. I have my pen
I
here.
actually think you have an advantage kasi you have a unique voice. Like kunyari, I really believe you can join the Dice Tower network because alam ko na naghanap sila from people from all over the world who want to join. So at may kilala kayo na nasa Dice Tower, so
Syempre.
pwede
Syempre. Alam na natin to.
I mean-
Don't tempt us.
Alam na natin
No,
to.
because Tom is always looking for people to join the
that's cool,
network.
that's
So
cool.
yeah, it'll be very cool. So I guess
But how did you? I mean, so you started in Instagram, but like, how did you get started, and why did you decide to get into content creation for board games? I guess we could start there. Well, what inspired
Well-
you to start Ella Loves Board Games?
loves board games. Well, I started. I was just an enthusiast. Like I was really into it because when I learned about it, I'm sure pareho rin with you. Like I went crazy. So I went from 0 games to 300. I went 300 games. So and then my friend was saying, "Oh, you're really good at taking pictures. At saka you're very enthusiastic." Siguro, you know, and then he said, maybe you should start an Instagram. So I did. And syempre, first ko inisip, Instagram, ang tanda ko na para sa Instagram. So, but I did. And then I actually enjoyed it because I was reaching like people that I wouldn't, because I didn't know a lot of people who play board games. So I was actually finding friends through Instagram. So that's how like I started to enjoy it because like I had friends in the States, friends in Australia. A lot of my best friends actually now I met through Instagram, like si Hamlin, Anyway, shout
Right.
out to my friend Hammond.
The ones you get to
Yeah.
play online with.
I like what you said
Yeah.
in your 2021 most anticipated games. You don't collect smart games, you collect smart people.
Yes, I
You said
do.
it. All right, all right. Go on.
Yun ang
with your
favorite ko,
story.
i-collect. Yeah,
Oh,
smart,
smart people.
beautiful people. Yes. And then because I went to conventions in the States. Somebody what did invited me to a convention, SaltCon sa Utah. I excited si Sol. Okay, sorry na distract ako dun sa comments.
Sorry, we'll do this
No,
later.
no. It's fine. No, I'm apologizing if I get
I think this is
sidetracked.
one of the distractions that you would like and welcome. Look,
Hi.
yeah, no, that's
But yeah, I met people sa conventions in the States. That was actually my first time going to the States also. So board game convention pa ang napuntahan ko at sa Utah. And then I met people there, I met publishers. Tapos I found out that if you want to network with publishers, you have to be on Twitter. So I went on Twitter and I grew an audience there. And that's how publishers got to know me. So that's how I got my review copies. That's how I got invited to MVM. Like the former, because he left already, the former member of MVM, Jeremy, invited me, just DM me on Twitter. Hey, I heard about you. I've seen your content, blah, blah. Would you be interested in joining us? Because they were looking for contributors. So doon start doon. Tapos, I forgot when, and then I left, I think, at the end of, when I was leaving teaching, like, start of the pandemic, medyo parang, di ba? Alam mo naman kung start ng pandemic, medyo parang, it's crazy. So, like, even on your mental health, it was very hard. So I took a break. And then, sa Gamma, I met si Mark Street, who is like the head previewer sa Dice Tower, and they're like, I was like, oh, are you looking for previewers? Joke lang. Nagjo-joke lang ako. Oh, you're looking, I'm free. Sabi niya, yes, I am. You want to join? I'm like, oh,
What?
talaga? So, and then I joined. So now I've been on the Dice Tower. A lot of it is talaga networking. Like if you can go to, well, we can't now, but a lot of it was through conventions. And then just having my own channel and practicing, making my content better. Like if you saw my first Instagram photo and the photos that I have now, it's a big improvement. Even my videos, like eto pa lang, maganda na. I remember my first few videos. Pag nakikita ko sa YouTube na parang gusto ko i-delete pero masama sa algorithm mag-delete. So, hindi ko siya delete. But yeah, I guess if I have a tip, one, well, you already do it. Like, do it because you love it. Because content creation is a grind. Like with the Instagram, you have to post every day, even if you don't like to. Like you have.
Yeah.
So after, it's a grind. Like even content, like you have to come up with a video, especially with YouTube. YouTube is very hard. You have to come up with content every week, or it punishes you. Zero views. Pag hindi ka. So you just have to actually work hard. And love what you do is important, because if you don't, the grind will be a real grind for you if you don't like what you're doing. But yeah, and then because of going to conventions, I got invited. There was my boss now, Mark, of VR distribution, saw that I was doing well, that I had contacts, and I was able to network with other content creators. So hinire niya ako as a marketing and community coordinator. Because yun yung background ko. I graduated with a communication degree. Maganda talaga yan.
The root doll in the background is
Nick, we're
really
accepting
nice.
donations, Nick. Gusto ko sa akin, purple. Okay.
Meron,
But this
may
took a
reaction
while.
na. Fluorescent white is very local daw. Yung background natin.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
nice, and you're great.
Okay. Go on, Ron.
Okay. So you've started, and yun nga, I think for the longest time kami, I think yun ang pinakamalaki naming gap is like we're not in Twitter. Kumbaga a lot of our content is as we're maximizing technology as fast as we can. So okay, sige, tara StreamYard, and then pump out to
Twitch. We're now on
Facebook,
Twitch.
YouTube, and Twitch. So more of like just keep it out there. But you're right. Na you have to really network and interact, and once you start engaging the community and also other content creators, I think it's where the magic happens in, like, because nga, as long
Right.
as you're present and you're there, then the chances of you sort of getting noticed, or at least there's a conversation na maybe you can also help out. That won't happen if you never engaged in the first place.
All
Parang
right.
katulad nun,
Yeah.
Denmark, when
Since we did
nag-like si
that,
Miss Ella sa Instagram post mo, and then you responded, maybe we
Correct.
didn't
ni-network,
have a chance here.
ini-network na kita Ron kay Ella. Ron is
Uh,
is the guy who made this game.
really? Folded. Wait. Where did it? Somebody talked to me about this already. Folded
It's
Wishes.
Ron.
Was it you?
That's Ron.
Was it you? Oh, okay.
This is Ron's game. I think I was the one who shared this with you. I can't remember.
That-
also,
okay.
but Ron made this game, so we're networking this with you.
Yeah.
Shamelessly.
10. Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. I actually,
We have received a challenge.
But it's always been my struggle, because syempre I was community first, so parang we really
Right.
wanted to sort of help the community, but I also design games now on the side. So lagi ko yung challenge na I can't like speak about my games because it's like
sell yourself. It's
abusing.
hard.
Parang
Yeah.
parang it's just it was yung nga first time that I had to unbox. It was the weirdest feeling kasi parang guys, but I was too excited kasi it was first released in SN. Although it was just 40 copies, so it's like yay! Ubos siya agad.
Who was
Day
the one who
one.
carried
Malamang.
it sa SN?
B&B?
Who
BNB,
carried it at SN?
BNB Games, small publisher, and nowadays it's being carried by Card Lords.
Card Lords. Which SN was it? Sana you told me
20.
para kumuha ako ng copy.
We'll send you a copy.
We'll send you
don't
one.
worry.
Okay, cool.
Yan. So, but
Okay.
so now going back to so you were able to interact, and eventually you got to work with the Dice Tower team.
Yes.
So
We would
I
like
guess
to
the
know.
most exciting thing that we are all like really interested, like, what is it like? Like,
What's it like?
How does the day go for a Dice Tower contributor? And
I'm
do
interested.
you guys have
How's-
meetings, daily stand-ups,
Yeah.
or
I
I'm interested. Is Z how Z is?
Yes.
On-
Actually,
He's
he's
the
very
same.
he's the same. He's as funny, but he's actually very shy. Like if you see him in person, he won't be the same as you see him. Hindi siya ma-joke. Ganon. He has to know you to joke. That's why he jokes a lot, because he's very close to the people there. But if you saw him in person, he's very shy actually.
We'll get along then.
Ganon. Shy ka rin.
Yeah, in real life.
Both discussing love for abstract games.
Yes. See, love for abstract games. All right. So how
Oh, you
was it
love
with-
abstract games? Cool.
Wait, no, not abstract. Wait, games that people rarely hear about. No, obscure games.
Obscure game.
kasi di ba mahilig si Z ng games that are very rare or like weird and
Yeah,
quirky
yeah.
games.
Small, any, siya yung medyo iba because he likes small games, like lighter games.
Same.
We don't have weekly meetings, like usually because they have a business manager, si Lindsay. And then she'll like email me, oh, are you interested in this project? And she'll list it. I'm like, okay, I like this. I can do previews for that. And then most of it, it's like through chat. Like we just email and chat with each other. There's really no weekly meetings. Although pag may summer spectacular ang Dice Tower. So yun, medyo madalas-dalas ang usap. Pero most of the time, no. Because I live in Australia. I guess if I lived there, it might be a different thing, but because I live in Australia, usually we talk about work. And Tom actually has been my nicest boss sa content creation. He's very, very, like, what he is, he's nicer. Because on TV, kasi diba sa YouTube, medyo ano siya, snarky, joke, and
Yeah.
pero he's really, really, really nice. Like, he'll email me to check up on me. Oh, how are you doing? I haven't seen a video from you in a while. Do you need anything from me? He's really nice. A nice Christian man. He is.
Yeah. I actually got to interact with him just on Facebook back in the day. Kasi one of my first, sorry, angat ng bangko guys ng konti.
Okay lang,
Hindi,
minsan
go, go, go.
sabayan na natin yung
One of
ano.
the first games that I created was Codes and Verses.
Do you want
So
me
it's
to
a
pull it
board
out too?
game na
Yeah,
Huh?
do it.
Okay.
well, sige go. So anyway, but
Here, see?
sige,
Right
was
here.
pastor yan. So
QNV.
pastor din si alam ko na pastor
Yeah,
ba
he was a
si-
pastor in Korea. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
in Korea. Yes, he was a missionary. Yeah.
So we found a way to send him the games. I think kahit si Game Boy Geek nagkaroon din ng copy. Yun nga lang, the game is very Christian, like really Christian like. So hindi nila parang, how do we review this online? There's no way. Like ano siya kumbaga useful siya for light groups, mga connect groups ganyan. So
Right.
but yun. So many years ago kasi kailan ba yun na-publish? 2016, 2015, parang gano'n. Yun, so we got to talk a little bit. I was still able to add him as a friend, pero yun, he has to like filter out friends from time to time kasi sobrang dami nag-a-add sa kanya. So I was eventually bumped off the list.
Now we have
Dapat
Ella.
siya, man.
She's gonna put in a good word for you. So,
Yeah.
so how about MVM? How's working with them?
Oh, it was great. It was great. A lot of the stuff I learned about the industry, I learned from them. A lot of the like editing also, because they were very good mentors. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I
Sila
think
yung talagang very
Parang pro lahat nung
professional
ano
yung,
eh, oo.
parang yung first time nakapanood ng episode nila, am I watching like a sports cast of a football game? No, it's a tutorial for Mystic Vale.
yeah.
They're really good. Ang linis nung ano nila, ang linis nung production.
That's why siguro when I started mataas agad yung standard, like they always like I had to have a good mic, like they said you have to have a good camera, blah, blah, blah. So my standard was high immediately, which is I guess good kasi yung mga pumapasok ngayon, everybody has high production quality. So hindi
Right.
ako napag-iwanan in that sense because hindi na pwede ngayon yung ano lang. Well, si Tom lang ang pwede na ngayon. Pero nag-improve na din sila ng studio ngayon. If you see, they have a new studio.
Obsolete
So,
na
it's
rin
not-
tayo, guys. Obsolete na rin tayo. That's what Okay.
Okay
Maybe
lang,
you could
okay.
answer
Third world country, it's
a
okay.
few questions.
We're late for a year, so
With Thinker Themer. Because their format is very specific to them. Like palaging silang dalawa lang. I don't think that they do like interviews or anything, so it might be pretty hard. Like I'm the same also. Tapos I'm sure kasi even if mataas yung production quality namin, usually parang last minute ako gumagawa ng video. So minsan hindi na ako nagpa-plan. Parang kunyari I make a script the day before and then I shoot.
Welcome to our world.
We'll do it 5 minutes before we go on air. It's like, okay, what's our topic? Whatever, let's just go. Oh, another
So,
one.
but I'd love. They also are very far. Have you heard of Encanto? Starting a vlogger doing see folklore. But we nice to review in the future. No, I have not actually. Have I seen that? It was on Kickstarter, wasn't it?
yes,
Oh.
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. Kasi mahilig ako, if I'm gonna feature something Asian, gusto ko gawa talaga ng Asian. Or Pero I will check out Dwayne Woodley. Yeah. Because I think he's, is he married to somebody? Or he's just, is he Filipino? He's not Filipino,
He's
right?
not Filipino, but
I think he's married to a Filipina because I know one of our members is his brother-in-law, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, right. Okay.
And
Cool.
they're gonna have the solo board gamers will have him as guest this Saturday.
yes.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
So that's what they're gonna do. All right.
So we're also kind of growing here in VariablePlay. So we're getting more support from other content creators. So
Yeah.
we're also helping them
Very cool.
on technology and format and other things. So yeah, so actually for the ones who are watching
helping
now,
Ron is tired of our lack of professionalism, bringing in the professionals.
so I'm already. I think for the ones who are already following the Solo Board Gamers group, you guys can already. You should probably have seen already that they are featuring Encanto this Saturday.
Very cool.
Tama Clinto this Saturday.
Yeah.
Tama.
So,
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
uy, add na, magjo-join ka na sa Solo Board Gamers. There, see, Dwayne is Australian, married to Shanta.
Okay.
They have a
Cool.
kid named Nitro. Wow.
Nitro, wow.
I will check
Cool.
it
Name
out.
of his kid. All right.
Yun.
Cool name.
Okay, so let's get to the meat of why Ella's here, no? So, what are some of your tips for people who would like to build their brand or tabletop content creation brand, just like how you built Ella Loves Board Games?
Yeah. I guess not that I know the answer to this, but I guess you have to know what what you bring to the table that's unique. Which is madaming tao na may parang imposter syndrome, something like everything has been done, and I'm not really bringing anything new, but you always are. Like, I think about me, like I think I'm Asian, I'm Filipino, I'm a woman, I'm queer. So all of those things makes it unique. And so bring that voice to your content creation. So pag nakita mo yung mga posts ko rin, like usually before, I used to always just post about the hotness. Because I always thought na that's what mattered. Kung ano yung sikat na board game, that's what I should be talking about. But after a while, tricycle.
Yes.
What was that?
Yeah. I don't know if that was
That's so
mine
good.
or wrong. Yeah. I don't think that's mine.
That's awesome.
I don't think that's
No.
mine.
Nakakatuwa. Kasi tagal ka na
I
din
usually
nakakarinig.
have dogs. So if you hear dogs, that's mine. Or an
Dogs,
ambulance.
roosters, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We got
No,
distracted
it's
by
fine,
the
it's fine.
tricycle.
It's okay. What was I saying? Oh, the things that people engage with. Actually, hindi yung yung pinaka like sikat na board game or the hottest board game. Is actually what you're excited about. So always like just do what you are excited about. It doesn't matter if you're featuring the hotness. Kasi kinukwento nyo na the problem is that it takes forever for board games to come there. So really, people come for you. Secondary na lang yung board games. So yeah, if your focus is community, then build on that. Like, we are Filipinos who are creating a community, and this is what we offer. So that should be good. But also, if you're on Instagram, you have to have good pictures to stand out. So
Hey.
yeah. Ang mga Pinoy naman, di ba, parang up to date naman kayo sa phones, I think, right? Everybody's up to date
Yes.
on phones. Like, you can survive on I survived for a long time without the DSLR. So like all the pictures na kinukuha ko is just on my phone. I just I had the like free editing apps and learn from like ang pinaka tip na nakita ko is like look at accounts na similar to yours, tapos ano yung mga posts nila or content nila na pinakamataas yung engagement, and just copy it. Like, don't copy it, but I mean like learn from it, see what's working, and then do that, but in your own way. So yun. That's yun. Network, be nice to people, and people will be nice to you. And because everything is people sharing, kasi it's social media, di ba? If
Right.
number one pala, ikaw nahiya kang to promote yourself, nobody will promote you if you don't promote yourself. So you should be your own promoter. So talagang don't be shy. That's why, don't be shy promoting yourself, because why would you expect it from somebody else if you're not promoting yourself? So, at saka meron pa rin, di ba, we're Asian, Pinoy, we're not the majority. So if you're not promoting yourself, white people will not be promoting you. They'll be promoting other white people first. So you have to promote yourself. Yeah. So, yun. Do you have any specific questions you have for me?
Yeah, maybe.
But those are my
maybe
major tips. Yeah.
For those who are watching, maybe you could ask Ella a question while she's here. Okay, about
Yes.
building your own brand, content creation, whatnot. No? And ako, I remember yun nga yung nakita ko. Sabi, okay yung ginagawa nito ng mga Pinoy. Lalo na yung kay Ella, natawa ako doon sa isa kong pinapanood. May sinusundan ako series mo, the series where...
Like this,
how
like
to-
that.
that one too, and how to pronounce this this
Ah.
this title. So it's like 1 minute 46 seconds of content and people are watching. So I'm like, we could do that. That's like how creative things should be, di ba? And
At
dapat
saka
din
Pinoy
siguro
nakakatawa. In like
Mm.
our nature, nakakatawa tayo. So you should bank like do that. Ang daming ang 'di ba big YouTubers na Pinoy. Ang dami-daming subs. It's because we're funny. So I guess yun yung I bring that also. I wish nga pwede ako mag-Filipino kasi palagi ko sinasabi sa my friends ko. Kasi we always speak in English, sabi ko. Ano, I'm funnier in Filipino if you only knew.
You only knew.
If
somehow
you only knew.
a lot will be lost in translation when you try to convert it into English, right?
Yeah.
So, Dwayne is one of the nicest people you'll ever know in our community. And that's how he gets
Galang!
away with
Ella
always.
Galang Ampongan. Hello. Hello, kapatid. Baka kapatid kita.
That's how he always gets away with winning in most of the
Yes.
games.
A
Yes, just
graceful
pretending to be
winner.
nice the whole time and then crush everyone else at the table.
Oh, he's a winner.
He'll,
Yeah, it's
he'll
like-
lap you
All the
twice.
time.
Yes, did I lap you 2 times? That's okay. You'll win next time. Like,
All right.
Did you have
so
fun?
here comes the questions. Tips for budgetarian people on a budget.
Vegetarian. Yeah. I was saying, you don't have, like, a lot of the phones now are so good. Kahit yung mga kahit yung lumang iPhone, you can survive on, like, having a video using your iPhone. I know, see Danny, a friend of mine, he was on the Dice Tower, and all he shot with was, it wasn't even an iPhone. It was like a Samsung, an old Samsung, and he was doing it. Like, he didn't even have a microphone. He was using the audio from the iPhone.
phone.
I think from the phone itself. But yes, but I can recommend like the mahal ba ang Lazada or cheap din? Parang
No,
divisory ang price.
that's like our Amazon.
yeah.
It is,
Ah,
it is
ganon?
the local
It
Amazon.
all really depends
Ah.
what you're buying from there.
Yeah. I'm sure there are a lot of YouTube videos where you buy the cheap. Like you should. It all boils down to, is your content good? Number one, though, audio should be good. If you're doing video, audio should always be good. So if you're going to invest in something first, it has to be audio. Then you can just survive with video from your phone. But I would say audio. Tapos yun nga, you don't have to feature like the hottest games, just as long as you talk about that game really well. Like kahit old siya. Like in my
Demon
sa
worker.
Instagram ko, yeah. Sa Instagram ko, like if I post about games that people like, kunyari, Mage Knight. If I post about that, ang tagal na ng game na yun, people still like it. So, and they always ask me, are you going to make a playthrough of Mage Knight? Why? Ang dami ng playthrough, bakit yung pa rin ina-ask nyo? So, they always like, people like certain games. So, if you talk about it, hindi kailangan bago. Yun.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tsaka if your like you can make your background look nice, it doesn't have to be like, even with lights you can madaming araw sa Pinas, so you can use actually like daylight. I used that daylight for a while to light up my set. So you don't have to break the bank to make content.
Yeah. That's
Agree.
good
Actually,
advice.
just start creating. Yun
No,
siya eh.
actually yun, oo. Because a lot of people, diba, kailangan pag nabili ko to, tsaka ako siya gagawin. No, just start and then gagaling ka ng gagaling. Because if I did, lalo na ngayon, if I saw yung mga tao na gumagawa, I'm like, I'm not as good. So, you're never gonna start, just start. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
aside
connecting to that,
from the equipment, are you using any like specific software like for video editing?
I do. So I use I have the Adobe Suite because of work. So but actually I edit more on Wondershare Filmora. So yun kasi yung Adobe ano siya, you pay monthly. Yung Wondershare Filmora, you pay once and that's it. You can use it and you can buy the
pay for
cheapest
it
one.
for the version, right?
Yes, that's
For-
it. At
for the
tapos
specific
madami siyang
version.
mga animation and stuff like that, which makes it like kasi I like a lot of animation in my videos, tsaka yung mga lower thirds magaganda. So yun.
All right. Okay. Here's the next one. Ready? Go.
Ready. That one is a hard one.
I said ready. Go.
And at the start, it was very hard because I took it personally kasi mahirap gawa ng content. So parang I put my
Kayo kaya
Yourself
gumawa.
out there.
Di ba? Parang
Exactly.
ganun, no?
Minsan gusto, actually, ganon. But then, after a while, siguro tumigas na rin yung balat ko na parang, minsan nga, if I'm being trolled, tinotroll back ko na rin. Tinotroll ko na rin. So, I think is that, one, don't take it personally. Parang they have no idea how hard it is. And
Yes, it's really hard.
how hard it is and how much time you do it. So, that said, I still, could I get angry more about yung, dahil babae ako, and they always say, you don't know the rules, I'm sure you didn't study it, or they're always palang, mas mataas yung standards sa, if you watch other, like si Rado, he always gets it wrong, but nobody says, oh, Rado, you should stop, palaging praise, blah, blah. Pero pag babae ka, hindi mo alam yung rules, or you didn't know that, you didn't know this thing, blah, 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 blah.
Rado
There's a
breaks
different
lot of
standard. He does. Kaya may Klingon channel.
Yes. Pag kay Rado nga, whatever I'm watching, I've already put in my head na whatever you're seeing, just don't like think of it as true already. Kasi nga, more likely in a few more seconds, you have to roll back and just forget whatever you just saw. Kasi, you forget. It's like, man, I just wasted 30 seconds there. Like, sayang. What did I watch?
No more. Kasi si Rado naman, ang sa kanya, you watch him not for the rules, but like the feeling for the game. And
right.
He's actually one of my favorite content creators. Kasi you really get a feeling of, parang ba ganun siya, He's always like that. So you always like get excited about what he's playing. So, siguro depende, what you're trying to watch, but I do like Rado's content a lot. He's one of my favorite ones. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's how I handle
Rado,
criticism.
I jump to the end and watch yung parang
Final
thoughts.
Final thoughts.
And then if I like, okay, so I saw yung enthusiasm, saka ako babalik sa game, sa playthrough. Kasi parang
and you trust his judgment.
Context.
Yeah.
Yes. Agree.
Oop.
Kasi very specific yung nilalaro niya, so you know that if he says he likes it, you know na, okay, because he likes it, I know it'll be good, because he only chooses the games that he covers, so yun.
Okay, next, because there's only a few minutes left.
No, it's fine.
You're good. Okay. Besides you mentioning Twitter and you starting on Instagram, there's another question here. Is there a specific medium for board game content that you would suggest? What do you think is best? If it's written, it's YouTube, Instagram, podcast, or streaming. Which would you suggest among all of the many social media platforms?
Whatever you're good at. Good at. So podcasting is pretty big, but there's not a lot of, I don't know if it's like board game content has boomed. There is a lot, but if you're really good at, podcasting, then do that. Like, do what you're good at. I started with Instagram kasi I really like taking pictures, and it was fast. Like, I could do it because I was teaching, so I was pretty busy. So it's not as if I could make videos. So it depended on what you can, depending on what you're good at. YouTube, medyo mahirap kasi there are a lot of people, so you have to find like a really good angle for you to do well. Like because I work full time and I work for the Dice Tower, it's very hard for me to grow my YouTube channel. It's easier for me to grow Instagram and Twitter because of the time that I have. So and also it's very hard. Like kasi malaki na, Shut Up and Sit Down does reviews. Watch It Play does how to play. Sirado does playthroughs. So what else can you offer? Naveen though and Monique did really well because they're a couple, and you don't see a lot of couples playing together that have that good rapport, and they're very charismatic. So it really depends what you're good at. Yeah.
So
streaming is
basically
find your niche, and streaming is booming. So streaming is pretty good also. But with streaming also, you have to be very entertaining because it's a different beast to play a game. Like handle the stream, play a game, and then do well, like being engaging. So that's hard. So
yes.
When I would
we
tried.
We tried.
It's very
my
hard.
personal experience is just like unboxing videos, and sometimes it can take a while. Like, how are you gonna hold everyone's attention? And it's just you and boxes.
Yeah, true. So you have to be entertaining. I guess kung natural entertainer ka, I get Twitch is a very good medium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you for that. A few more.
Age 3. So yung mga haba games is very good. I would play a lot of card games. So there, Taco Cat Go Cheese Pizza. Yung mga hand slapping games. O kaya double. Yung match the
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right.
patterns is pretty good. So that's good. Dexterity games is pretty good also. So madami mga dexterity game na pambata.
Right.
Haba is a good
Mm-hmm.
publisher for that. Yeah.
Right.
Pusoy
Okay,
dos?
Kyo.
De, joke.
Buy Haba Games, Kyo.
Invest na
If you
kayo.
are if you're too
So
shy to face the
Danilin
camera.
is actually one of our friend contributors here at Variable Play. She has a YouTube channel
Channel.
called Monkey Plays, right? It's Monkey Plays.
Mm-hmm.
So Danilin is asking if you're too shy to face the camera, promote your own content. What are your tips to be more comfortable?
Be more comfortable with the camera. Well, really, it's just doing it
Over and
regularly.
over.
Yeah, over and over again. I was like, if you saw, I'll tell you. So yung MVM, my first video with them was 2 hours long, and my video was supposed to be 5 minutes because it was all shot that stop start stop start. When I think about it now, nahihiya ako kasi I imagine the editing that he had to take, they had to do to Jeremy to do that. So I was not at all comfortable. The only thing that made me comfortable also is I have a teleprompter now. So I have notes on my teleprompter
Mm-hmm.
and I can have my script there. And it's just me like trying to learn how to read it without looking like it's being read. So yon. But really it's practice. Also, before you shoot, what I do is I have the camera rolling and I just do whatever spiel or script and then I get relaxed. So that's it. I get editing is pretty good kasi pag may pangit ako na shot, I can cover it up with like a photo of the game. That's why I do edited and I don't do a lot of although I got better at live streaming. Yeah, but it's a different thing. Yeah,
I-
doing it actually is practice. Yeah. Also doing it before. Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
the
think
next. Okay, go on,
Danilin,
go on.
I guess, just sort of stepping to that with our experience then when we started, cringe-worthy talaga lahat ng mga first episode. And parang 6-7 minutes lang yung mismong episode. Pero ay, intro lang talaga. Like, hi, Ron here, Variable Play. Naisip yung Variable Play na pangalan, ang hirap sabihin.
No, it is not.
Nowadays, it's not. But it's like, Villaver and Variable Play, tapos in one line, tapos parang beat.
It's a tongue
So,
twister.
yeah. But anyway, yun. So I think for the ones who want to get into creating, just try it out, make smaller content, something more consumable. And yun nga, practice makes perfect. And yun. So parang combined na rin yung kanina.
One thing
Try, it's
that
always
I-
worse in your head. It's always worse in
Right,
your head.
exactly.
Trust
One thing
yourself.
that I
yeah.
would add is that
Yeah.
you would be your own worst critic, really. And if possible, like, I think that there are a lot of benefits to having someone like maybe co-host and work content with you because you can get more comfortable with the banter and the back and forth. Although
Yes.
scripting that can definitely be more difficult.
Yes, agreed.
All right. I think you mentioned this earlier when you were saying that you were teaching and you were making your content. The next question is how should one balance content creation and your 9 to 5 job? Won't it get tiring or prone to burnout once you decide to make this hobby your job?
Yeah, I guess yun nga, you have to be you have to know what your goal is. Bakit mo ka gumagawa ng content?
Right.
Gusto mo ba magkaroon ng 1 million followers? Is very different goal to I just want to share the hobby. So for me, ang goal ko is not to be not to have 100. It would be great if I have 100K followers, but that's not my goal. Like I want to enjoy myself in the hobby. And because I have a job in the industry, that's my priority. So hindi content creation. So in that sense, parang just yeah, just be sure of your goal, what you want to achieve with your content, and then that goes from there. So if yeah, it was very hard actually. To be honest, it was very hard. Like I really hustled a lot at the start. Siguro ngayon may was like, oh, I have to take care of myself more. I don't want to burn out. Kasi you'll grind and then you'll burn out, and then after a year or two, titigil ka na. Kasi even Suze from the Dice Tower said that may maganda siyang thread sa Twitter. Sinasabi nga niya na like, you have to take care of yourself. Are you here for the for the long run, or are you only here for 5 years? That's a very different thing also. So you have to take care of yourself. Yeah. So ako parang I always say I don't want to work on the weekends. So if I make content, it has to be I script it early and then I shoot it hati-hati. Like I do a little bit Monday, a little bit during, so that I don't burn myself out. And then I bank content. Although I haven't done that recently. Like if you have a free day, like shoot if you write all of your scripts at one time and then shoot in one day, you'll be more efficient and you'll have a bank of content para hindi ka tataranta every week if you have content or not. Yeah.
I remember
or make a podcast.
When I asked
because
you,
it's easier.
you said I don't do work on weekends. I'm like, hey, that's good. So
Yeah, I
even
don't.
if I were asking you na, can we have a meet and greet, initial meet and greet? No, I don't schedule on weekends. I'm like, okay, hey, I can respect that. That's awesome. That was so good.
I do.
So, like,
I wasn't
that
as
too.
good as before. But now I'm harder on it kasi parang your family suffers if
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So- Okay.
It's hard to sustain if you're not able to find a good balance. So
Yes.
for example, sa amin, we wanted to be regular, we wanted weekly. So we found like a medium where we could do it weekly.
Yes,
And
that's it.
find like supporters where, oh guys, hindi ko kaya this week kasi meron akong kung ano man. Then people are
You're-
also helping out. But you're maintaining that rhythm, and because of the rhythm, it really helps nga sort of keep the
Yeah.
signal going
Yeah.
and also build up the brand.
That's a
Alright,
good
cool.
tip. Yeah.
This one, where did your whole
Hello.
brand come from? Ella loves board games.
That was a suggestion of a friend. Actually, my first name was Laminating Board Games because I used to laminate all my layer mats and
Wow.
everything. Yeah. And then siguro-
See, we're not
so
weird
happy
after
and
all. We're
proud.
not weird. We're
no, you're not.
I guess
Like-
I'm the one who's weird.
Validation.
But then also you can't sell your board game if you laminate. I found out later. Yeah. So, but then
Not
it turned
here.
not here. You still can sell it. Oh, in the
Yeah, as
in
long as you can market it like
more,
really protected it.
yes, the more protected your game is, the sort of better resale value.
Dito sa Australia, it has to be as new. Kundi hindi nila bibilin. Spoiled kami
Oh.
dito. They're
Okay.
very spoiled.
Okay.
I know.
So it was
Well-
supposed to be laminating. You were planning to like show people how to laminate or cover boxes.
No, it was just it. It was as a joke. Laminating board
Okay.
games pa lang. Kasi that's what I did. But then also as a brand, it's very niche. Like who will understand what's laminating? So my friend said, parang your energy is like you're very passionate about games. You're bubbly. Like it should be Ella Loves Board Games. For sure.
and it
Sure.
rolls
And it's
really
stuck
well.
forever.
I think one of the
But
things
now-
then also. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Continue.
Yun, I think one of the things also pag sa branding is the name should, when people pronounce it and say it out loud, it should sound well and rolls off the tongue good. So Ella Loves Board Games has a good cadence to it kasi. So I think it's also a
No,
big
go
plus.
ahead and laminate. No, a lot of people.
All
And I
right.
sleeve all my cards. I sleeve
Yeah,
everything.
I believe in sleeving. I would rather sleeve a board than laminate it.
I don't know
Really?
if
There.
you've ever
That's
But you
all
can't sleeve
sleeve.
like a big player aid. It's huge. Where will you get
Oh,
it?
no,
Laminate
yes,
it.
yes, you can.
Laminate
No.
it.
You can always find plastic covers like for folders and repurpose them as a
Look at
giant
that.
plastic sleeve. So
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's the permanence of it that I don't like.
Don't
It's that
like?
if you do eventually decide to part ways with it, Let's say that
Yeah.
that person doesn't care about the plastic sleeve, or you want to move it to a different game, you can always slip it out and move on to a different game. But when it's laminated, the permanence, it's just
Well, it could be any form of cover naman. I think that's the big plus about it. Instead, I even have episodes here in Variable Play
Where
where
it's
I just
just
leave games.
for 3 hours.
For
believe me,
The content
I
wasn't for
know a
them.
lot
It was
about
actually just for
sleeving.
me.
Everything I have is
You guys can
sleeved.
join me if you want. I'm just
Nice,
leaving.
mahal.
There's another question. Maybe let's break that one. Okay. Uh, how many people are on your team? Or do you do everything
There's
yourself?
just
Interesting question.
Yep. There's just me. Sometimes I have Daniel on, who is a friend of mine, and when we do playthroughs, I have him on. But most of the editing, it's me. Scripting sometimes is Daniel. They contribute, yeah. But a lot of the content is just me, just me.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is a
So
lot of
much
quality
grind,
work
so much work.
yeah. I
and
know.
dedication. Yes.
That's why she said work, work, work. I still have it.
Work, work, work.
Which is
Very
why
proud
she's
of that.
in Dice Tower.
Yep.
Right.
I guess related
And
to
we'll
that,
won't get
since
there.
it is you that is producing like most of I mean, like you said, the content is really being done by yourself. Like, what is, let's say, maybe your targets for how much content you churn out? Is it like something you plan to do like weekly? Is it like
Um,
once a month?
So on the Dice Hour, I have no control over that. It depends on, because may seasons yan, and sometimes madaming Kickstarter previews, sometimes wala. So that one, I think Dice Tower is like once a month, or sometimes it's 3 times a month, so it changes. But on my own channel, say YouTube, in order for the algorithm to be nice to you, you have to do it once a week. And it's very hard because sometimes I'm not in the mood or I haven't played a game, so it's very hard. But so what I did was I stream weekly. So if I don't have time to edit, I stream. I stream like a playthrough. With Instagram, if you want to do well, you have to do it every day. You have to post every day. What I do is my content doesn't do well on Sundays, so I take a break Sundays and Saturdays. But I schedule like I don't work Saturday, Sunday. I schedule all my content like during the week, and I have like you can do it on Facebook actually. So there's Creator Studio, so you
Yeah.
can schedule all your content there. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I do.
Cool.
But I use Sprout, so I Sprout. So analyze my
That
data on
that's also a
Twitter.
big.
Yeah, Twitter it's almost every day because that's just friends, so that's fun. So I don't, so I'm always on Twitter, and that's where I get my news. So I'm always on Twitter.
I should log on to Twitter for the news.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
I'm
we
afraid to
we
get on
oldies
Twitter.
should learn
Yeah.
technology, guys, and start. Did you try to do TikTok, by the way?
No, because I do sometimes like but that's also like too much. Like when am I going to do that? Like I wish it because it's fun. But yeah, that's also a grind because on TikTok you have to post every day also,
Yeah.
and you have to
Yeah.
come up
The
with fresh
short
like, content.
multimedia social media sites you really have to push through every day, like post one.
Yeah, every day and
Even
follow the
twice a
trends,
day.
which is
Yeah.
very hard because I'm not on TikTok all the time. So yeah, that's a big tip. If you're on Instagram, you have to use the platform. Like you can't just log in to post. You have to be on Instagram to see the trends,
Yeah,
like what's
yeah.
happening, learn, and things like that. So yeah,
You have to be familiar and actually really be part of the
yes.
network. Yeah.
Right.
We
All
tried
right.
TikTok, and it was weird. I I don't know if you guys
Wait,
remember.
not a
those
lot of
weird
people know
episodes.
that we have TikTok, so I guess it's better if we
I
stop now.
have no part or association
It was all
with
it
it.
was all run.
Because there's a new technology and you want to learn how to. It's a new network. Even for like Clubhouse, for example, I signed up and also like tried to learn the. Kasi yung format niya is podcast style na sort of live streaming, di ba? So I'm like, okay, can we use this for variable play? Can people actually
That's Ron's excuse.
yeah, so yeah. But anyway, yes. So
Okay.
we did try TikTok. I'm not sure if I'm proud of
No,
what
no,
we can.
no. See, people are asking for the link now, so
Yes,
you
stand
should
by
No,
your
start now.
content,
I'm
sir.
gonna look.
Okay, maybe last two questions because we're on an hour now. I know Ella has to rest too. So last two questions. If you're gonna play for fun, not for content creation, what's your go-to game?
I play a lot of Gloomhaven and Gaia Project. But Gaia Project is hard to play because mahaba siyang game. So I play a lot of the games I play as apps, like and I play online because just it's easier. But Castles of Burgundy is my go-to game. Oriflamme, I like a lot of short games. I like narrative games also. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
All right.
I saw your video on Oriflam that how you'd prefer it over Love Letter. So actually,
Yeah,
that did get me very interested in trying it out.
it's really good. It
It's
has an expansion, Ablaze. It makes it better.
it's the one
So
where you place your card. It has a bearing, right? If it's
Yeah.
before the
yes,
reveal or after the
it's so
reveal, right?
good. One of my
Okay.
favorite games.
So last one. After playing and reviewing a lot of games, what kind of games would you like to see designed next?
I really want to see a good narrative game kasi parang feeling ko it never gets there. I play a lot of RPGs also, so spoiled ako for really good narrative games. So I think that's it. Although also, there's a new game Suspects because I got to review it. Parang murder mystery siya. And the thing that was unique about it was that you can do anything. Like you can ask anybody any questions. You can go anywhere and you just deduce. So that was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Ron disappeared. I think he went to TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's gonna be back. I think he's just fixing something, or his camera just.
I'm still waiting for
died.
them to design a solo party game.
If that ever
Your own
happens,
party. Woo!
Wait. Solo Party isn't that roll and write games?
which one?
Well, if that's your definition of party, then yes.
All right. So, those are all the questions that we have. Some of them you've answered in one way or another. So, where can we find you or where can others subscribe? Di
Yeah,
ba? Meron
plug
tayo kanina.
time.
Hoy, mag-subscribe daw kayong lahat. Lahat kayo na nanonood
Oo,
dito.
lahat ng mga
All
Pinoy, maya.
required.
At saka yung manonood mamaya, yung mga hahabol dito pag pinanood nyo to ulit, mag-subscribe kayo. Okay? So, where can they find you?
So I'm on Instagram as Ellalovesboardgames, so at Ellalovesboardgames. Facebook too, at Ellalovesboardgames. YouTube, Ellalovesboardgames. But on Twitter, I'm Ellalovespeechy. I think that's it. And then you can watch me on the Dice Tower. I think I'm gonna have can I say? No, I can't. Makamaano kasi embargo. Nakalimutan ko. I was gonna mention which ones. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, please, mag-sub kayo. Mahiya kayo, Pinoy. Isa lang to.
Brasuhan na. O ano, brasuhan kayo.
Oh!
Ayaw nyo mag-subscribe, ha?
Ay,
Batas to, batas.
galing-galingan nyo.
Alright, so Ron? Yes?
All right. So again, Miss Ella, thank you very much. It is very. You can imagine how important people like you visit. Not only does it sort of not only does
Hashtag, yun ang hashtag ko mamaya.
Mahiya kayo.
hashtag mahiya kayo.
Oh,
Yun.
pag
But
share ko
it-
to, share ko to. Hashtag,
Hashtag mahiya.
yes, and tayo lang nakakagets. Every Filipino. Pero yun, syempre, it helps everyone who's in a lot of the viewers that you're seeing are actually community leaders, the ones who are trying to promote the hobby here in the Philippines. Because of you're from here and you know how the world is a little bit different in our country. It really does a lot of great things when we see other Filipinos content creators are actually succeeding and also sort of giving us tips like, oh, kaya natin to, guys. Plus yun,
Yeah.
of course, we will subscribe. And super thank you very
Hashtag
much
mahiya
for your
kayo.
time.
Yeah.
Hashtag guys, mahiya
Thank you,
kayo.
Red. No,
We had
thank you so
fun.
much for
We had
inviting
fun.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if kasi nung nagsa-schedule kami, medyo hindi ako hindi pwede.
That's
I apologize.
This is
Oh,
a perfect
it's all right.
time.
Oh,
Again,
well,
yeah.
time zones, it's a thing. So we understand.
Yeah. And
We hope
again,
you had
super
fun
grateful
too.
kami. And everyone, please subscribe to Miss Ella on wherever you can see her.
Joke lang, joke
And then,
lang.
Whatever social
like,
media.
like, share, and subscribe.
Yes,
Not only
do
sa
it.
So,
VP,
subscribe
for
to
every
VP. Over there pala.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm usually the one that says like, share, subscribe, and now I'm gonna throw in mahiya kayo.
Mahiya kaya
Before
hashtag.
it's officially added.
Yes. Okay.
So, yan, nagsusubscribe na daw.
What's this?
Perfect, perfect.
Subscribe.
Bibilangin ko. Titignan ko ngayon.
Ayos.
Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Until next
Yep.
time,
Thank you, Ella.
play old games.
Bye.
Play more games. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.